Alright, thank you for joining in on this tutorial, which I believe is probably going to be the most important of all of our tutorials because it is the Zone Control Crash Course, where I'm going to cover really all of the basics really quick so that you can get going on your way and have fun with this game. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all of the hotkeys really quick, starting down here. So if you look down here at your hotkeys, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 hotkeys. And these hotkeys you don't need to select, or you don't need to create at the start of each game. They are created automatically for you every game. So they are extremely important to the gameplay. So if you select hotkey 1, it selects your army here. If you select hotkey number 2, it selects your bunker, all of your bunkers actually if you've created multiple. Number 3 selects your SCV right here, and every time your SCV dies, it does come back to life every few seconds. After a few seconds, I should say. And then number 4 selects these buildings up in this corner, which is your upgrades. Alright, and I'm going to start with hotkey number 4. So if I have hotkey number 4 selected here, as you can see, this is the upgrades. The top row is your army upgrades. The middle row are upgrades for your bunkers, at least these 3. And this is for a turret and 1 for your tank. But that's later stuff. But these 3 here are for your bunker. These top 5 are for your army, and then these bottom ones are miscellaneous ones that assist with your army as well. So, I'm going to click on one of each of these. Now if I go to my unit here, click on one of them, if you come down here, you can see that there's a 1 under on each of them, which tells me that I have 1 upgrade for each of them. If I select hotkey number 4 again, and I go ahead and select each of these again, you can see there is a 2 there now. So I have done 2 upgrades for each of them. Alright, so looking more closely at these upgrades, the first one is armor for your army. This one increases your damage by your units. This increases your attack range. This increases your health regeneration or life regeneration. And this is your movement speed, so how fast your army moves. Now, every time you do an upgrade, it starts off at costing 25 minerals. As you can see, it is now 75 because I've done 2 upgrades so far. But every time you do an upgrade, it goes up 100, or sorry, not 100. It goes up 25 minerals. So it is now 100. Now it's 125. Alright, so that is hotkey number 4 with your upgrades. Hotkey number 3, your SCV. A super important guy. He does all of the building. So when you want to increase the amount of units that you're making and how fast they spawn and whatnot, you'll make a new bunker here. And bunkers are built in these squares. In fact, everything that you can build can only be built within these squares. So he builds bunkers. Supply depots are to increase your maximum supply for your army. And then sensor tower, shield tower, and then turret. You can build a turret. And this is great for both offense and defense. As you can see, it has 7,000 HP compared to a normal Marine's 200. Does a lot of damage, attacks really fast, so they're super great for defense and offense. They do cost a bit of minerals, so only use it when absolutely necessary. And then up here, super important, is a nuke. Each SAV comes equipped with 1 single nuke that you can use. Now you can use it to try to get more money in a game, or you can use it defensively if you're getting attacked and your bunker's about to die, or if you want to use it offensively to try and push on someone's bunker. So if I go ahead and use my nuke on my army here, army dies. As you can see, it only does, 8,500 damage to the bunker, so it will not kill a bunker, it just does some cosmetic damage basically to it. Now as you can see, the units are streaming out of the bunker here. So when you build more bunkers, you'll have more units streaming out of those bunkers, so you can resupply your army faster. So that's why building more bunkers is important. Alright, which leads us to hotkey number 2, which selects, and my SCV is healing my bunker now. Anyways, hotkey number 2 selects all of your bunkers, which at this point in time, I only have 1. So it selected my 1 bunker. Now if you right click, you can change your waypoint. So this is the point at which your units will move to after they spawn out of the bunker. Now, if you're like, say, attacking over here, and you want your units moving in that general direction, then you can select your waypoint over there. Alright, so that's waypoints. Also with the bunker, now also, if let's say you're getting attacked, they're pushing on your bunker here, you don't want your units just streaming into the people that are attacking you like this. So you select it behind your bunker like this, so that they are not getting attacked, or not dying as they spawn. Alright, and last thing with the bunker, this right here is to upgrade your bunker to a mercenary bunker. Extremely important. What it does, so it costs 500 minerals, and it makes your marines or your units stronger. So it'll upgrade all of your units to war pigs. I mean, not all the ones that are currently spawned, but they'll start spawning as war pigs instead of marines here. They just look like really big marines, honestly. But these advanced marines, they have more health, they do more damage. So that is a really cool thing to have. Something to keep in mind though. So the way that you make money in this game is that you kill. Well, up here it does go up 5 minerals every few seconds, as you can see from there. But the main way that you get minerals is by just attacking. So every time you kill someone else's marine, you get 5 minerals. Every time someone kills one of your marines, they get 5 minerals. But when you upgrade to war pigs here, every time they kill one of your war pigs or your advanced marines, they get 10 minerals. So even though it's a stronger unit that you have, the opposing team will get more minerals from killing your unit. So it's kind of a trade-off on what you want there. Okay, so that's about it for the bunkers. So now to the big one here, your army. So when you select number 1, it selects your entire army. Now, as units are being produced out of your bunkers, they are automatically added into this control group, so you don't have to physically add them to the control group every time a unit spawns, which is super nice. Alright, so 1 selects the whole army. Now there's going to be a future video, or videos probably, on how to micro and manage your army, because that is super important. But I'm going to cover just the ultimate basics here with controlling your army. So you can either select them, obviously using your select left click here, or by clicking your number 1 hotkey, the most efficient way to do it. As you can see here, going back and forth between my SCV and my army just by clicking hotkey 1 and hotkey 3. Now, there's two different ways to move your army around, and they both have a purpose and are super important. The first one is just right clicking, like I'm doing right now, moves the army around, and it's good for just basic movement or running away. What it's bad for, obviously, is attacking. If I were to just move here, and there's an enemy army right here, my army is just going to keep walking while they get shot at. Not what you want. So, what you'll hear a lot in zone control is A click or A move. That's where you click the A button. See how my cursor changes when I click A on the keyboard? There we go. Now if you left click, now they're attacking. So, if I show you here, this is a regular move. See how it's green? Now I'm going to do A move, A click. Now it is red, which indicates that my units will attack everything they come in contact with. Something to know about the A click, let's say you want to attack something specific. You do A and then you click. Now it won't let me attack my own unit, unfortunately. But if I were to click on one specific unit, all of my units will attack that one guy. So if you're trying to focus fire on something, let's say like a bunker, you want to focus fire on the bunker. Do A, and then you'll click on the bunker, and all of your units will attack the bunker. So good for focus firing, but if you're taking a fight, focus firing on every single unit of theirs is highly unproductive. You don't want to A click, A click, A click, A click on every single unit. Does not work. It's not effective. So what you do is if you A click, let's say anywhere, so anywhere in general. Let's say the enemy army is right here. If you A click right here, my units are going to attack everything between where they currently are and this point that I have selected. So a lot more efficient if you're doing a much broader attack. So if there's an enemy army right here, I A left click here, and our two armies will engage right there. Alright, so that's the basics of moving around. Now let's say you are in a fight and you notice that you're losing and you want to run away. If you A click in the opposite direction, because the other units are so close, they're just going to stay and fight. So not what you want. If you want to run away, you need to do your basic movement so that they're not attacking, because you are trying to run away. Okay, so that's it for movement. Now, just one more thing as far as basics on where opposing teams are. So as you can see, I started out in this top left hand corner. My teammate would spawn right here. Now team 2 is in this corner over here, the top right hand corner. Team 3 is in the bottom right hand corner. Team 4 is in the bottom left hand corner, so it goes clockwise, starts in the top left hand corner and makes its way around. Now in zone control, your heal is something called staying in your lane or laning. And what that means is that you attack the person that is in your direct lane right here. So because I spawned here in the top left corner, here on the top side here, I am going to do everything I can to stay in this lane and only attack the person right here. It's a really good skill to develop. My teammate would attack the person in this bottom lane right here. So now obviously you can go attack other places. You can attack people down here and attack here. You can go to the middle, which by the way, there's a sensor tower in the middle. If you go to that, you get a little bit more vision. So you can honestly attack wherever you want, but it is good practice to stay in your lane here and to dominate and beat your lane. So that is a skill that you should try to develop. And now here, this is the vision I have from the sensor tower in the middle. So that is what staying in your lane is, and I would highly suggest to all of you beginners to stay in your lane and to learn how to beat your opponent in your lane. Alright, so that covers basically all of the basics of zone control here in a nutshell. In future videos, we're going to cover how to take engagements, how to fight, how to win fights, how to move your army around in better, more efficient ways, just to improve your zone control skills. But thank you for tuning in. And good luck with your zone control journey. My name is Adam Mondiaman. You can talk to me in the Discord if you want to be coached, or follow me on the Pro League. But thanks again for joining in today's video.